This is a cool innovation here. A little upside, a little pandemic optimism. Pandemic drives boom in air button technologies. Now, there have been, I'm sure maybe you've seen this, heard about this, maybe even tried it, Will. All the different ways you can interact with a digital interface without touching it. There's been some that have not really been adopted. Most, let's be honest. Most when people say, I just touch my screen, please stop. I don't want to be bothered waving about in the air and things. But now you have a real reason to make a push for it because of germs and screen touching. And I'm sure you've had this experience post-COVID, or we're in COVID now, where you do have to go into a store for some reason. You got the mask on, you're kitted out, but then you go to the self-checkout and you got to touch something, or you got the pin pad, you got to touch something, and then they get the sanitizer right between the thing that they touch, and then they're wiping the thing that they just... Such a whole... What if we didn't have to touch it? What if we could wave over top? What if you could engineer an actual haptic that gave you a physical feedback type of vibration, but in the air, hovering over the display?
Oh.
Are we doing the pitch? We're doing the pitch for it right now? Well, apparently, they're able to use some type of sonar, mid-air haptics involve using concentrated ultrasound radiation to mimic a sense of touch. It works by modulating ultrasound speakers in such a way that you can make them perceivable on the non-hairy part of your skin. I guess hair would get in the way of it, but that's fine. It's the palm of your hand anyways. And so you can feel it, Will. Wouldn't that be cool? Now, there's other technologies. They're not all, not every company in this area is working on that particular version of this. There was the Soli chip that was on the Pixel that will never be there again because nobody used it, and that was just what was that? That was using radar technology, sonar, radar. I can't even remember. And then apparently Jaguar Land Rover, the car company, they're experimenting with predictive touch for their dashboard control panel, which is also going to be touchless touch. But imagine a future where all these interfaces could be managed without touching them. You could cut back a lot of germ transmission. Now, COVID is mostly airborne, we're figuring out at this point, which is the whole mask conversation, the sneezing, the coughing, the docking, the close proximity. But just germ transmission in general, it's an interesting area of technology. See how that goes.
Yeah, if they can hone it down and it feels right, then... Yeah.
It's like a lot of things where you need the demand in the first place, people willing to try something new. You need that kind of spark plug to then drive the investment so that then you can have the thing develop and get better, because the technology just isn't that great right now.
Right.
But, I mean, you saw the futuristic Minority Report stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine you could feel the haptics of your touch from a distance on big interfaces. I don't know, man.
I support it if they can get it right.
Could be interesting.